For me, art is, if I cannot be creative in art, I cannot do art anymore. So for me, it's very important that I continue to be a creative person. My name is Ghada Amer'in, and I live in New York. I am Egyptian originally. I have studied in France, as well have lived in France for a long time, and then moved to New York in 1996. My work is best known for my embroidered work, that you can see some of it in the show as well. These embroidery are my signature work, but I have always done sculpture, painting, and I do as well now ceramics. I am a multimedia artist, and I like very much to be a multimedia artist, to touch everything, and I don't want to be inside a box, because I always liked to put myself in a dangerous situations, to go somewhere where I don't know, because I think this is where art is. It is in this unknown, an exploration of a new media or a new experience, that we can be creative. The reason why I call this exhibition Aurora, because it is, for me, it is the beginning of a new era where I will present, and I will not hide anymore, exploration of my different media. It has been 17 years between my first show at this gallery and even in Istanbul in general until now. And I have developed a lot of medium, showing some bronzes, some of my older technique, which is with embroidery, and new works with the appliqué work I developed recently. I embroidered in the first place because when I was at school in France, 1986, I was not allowed to go to a painting class because I was a woman, and I couldn't understand why. I was very upset. Before this incident, I had difficulties with my culture because I thought my culture was against women. And then when this incident happened in France in the late 80s, I couldn't believe what I was hearing and what I was experiencing. And I immediately went to the library, and I asked the librarian, excuse me, please give me some books where there is a woman painter. Because I had never thought that painting is gendered, you know. And then she looked, and then she told me, we don't have such thing. At that time there was no such thing. And I told her, okay, let's look at the history book that we are teaching me. And I want to see where are the women artists, who painted what from the history to until now. And we really found like 2 or 3. It just hit me that all what I'm learning in art history book was men. It was a men's like model education, and there was no woman. And I realized that I have been myself very brainwashed. I very quickly decided that, okay, maybe painting is a men's realm, so I'm going to take embroidery and I'm going to put it inside painting so that everybody knows that there is a problem in art history, there is a problem in how we look at painting. All my work is about like this moment, and is about how to rewrite history of art where women has been excluded, but then now we have to include them, and why are they being excluded? So each time that people look at my work, they ask this question, or this question has to arise, and we have to talk about it. And as well, this is the reason I like to use craft. In the Western, craft has become a second-class art. Art is only painting with oil or acrylic. Sculpture is only sculpture with bronze and noble material. Of course, the Western artists have, like with arte povera and all of the Dada, the surrealists, they have included the everyday life material as in sculpture as art, but still all the craft is considered to be either woman, so it's like this, it's a low art. So what is, like for example in my appliqué, it's the question of asking low art versus high art. So I always like to work in this contradiction, and I do have like bronzes, which is high art, and then appliqué low art. So and they are put in the same level.